All right, yo, does anyone here have a cat? And if you do, maybe you'll relate to this. I don't know. If you guys don't have cats, I want you to know one thing. At least this can be said about my cat. My cat likes to be played with sometimes, just like when you like fuck with her a little bit, you know, like you dangle a toy in front of her, tease her a bit, like kind of like sometimes when she'll be laying on her toys and then like she'll want you to come and grab it and throw it away from her so she can like fucking chase it and pounce on it. And it's just one of the things she likes to do. And so just as I was coming in here into my little office here to record this, she was just laying down in the hallway with the door wide open, and she was laying on one of her toys, kind of like batting it around, like kind of like like rolling on her back, kind of like putting it up in the air. And so I was like, oh, maybe I'll just like kind of like be nice and like, hey, I'm gonna go sit down for a bit. Maybe I'll play with her for a second. And so I think I'm doing a nice thing, and I just like grab her toy and throw it down the hall, and she just kind of like looks at me, and I realize like, oh shit, like I may. Like, did I just like misread that completely? Like, I kind of just like bullied my cat, just like grabbed her fucking toy she was playing with and threw it down the hall. So I had to grab the toy again and then throw it back for her. So that was how that just happened. So that's a little story for you guys to start this episode about what is going on. Welcome to the Risen Fallen podcast. I am your host, Mark Henriksen. If you're brand new to this show, then what you can expect is open and authentic conversations about things like mental health and self-development and how to get your life moving in the right direction if you're not feeling good about where you are right now. At least having the confidence knowing that you're getting at least one step closer to where you'd like to be every single day. And along the way, lifting other people up as well. And so if you're not new to the show, thank you very much for coming back, supporting the show and supporting the concept, and sharing it with your friends if you do that. So hope that you guys are doing well. I'm doing pretty well today. Happy Thursday. We are pounding through this week, and I'm feeling, like I said, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling like I'm getting back into my routine with, in terms of my discipline of just like waking up on time, getting my workouts in, making sure that I'm eating properly and not just like fueling myself with whatever's around me, the quickest thing, or sometimes it's like kind of the, depends on what your taste is. But for me, I like salty snacks, and I'm prone to, just jumping on whatever's closest, like that seafood diet. I see food and I eat it. So, yeah, feeling good back on a routine here and just getting kind of, back into it. It's always the worst when you, are just getting into a routine, whether it's one that you've been in the past or a brand new one that you've never been in or anything like that. Just kind of getting into a routine. The very beginning of it is the absolute worst because obviously then by nature of it, you're starting something new. You have that kind of resistance, that like kind of uncomfortability. Everybody remembers their first time doing like a run or a weightlifting session or a workout that the next day they woke up and it's like, fuck, I can't move, man. My legs and my arms, everything sucks or whatever it could be. You guys, understand the concept of just like being in that uncomfortability when you first start anything. But as we all know as well, slowly but surely, your body does adjust. You do adapt to whatever new resistance you've been adding into your life, whatever new routine or issues, resistance, like I said, for lack of a better phrase, and that's in your life. And so I think that a lot of the times what happens, and I do this probably more than anybody, I think that a lot of the time what happens is, we're always looking for or like looking up or Googling or YouTubing or searching it up on Reddit maybe or something like that. Just like always looking for the newest technique or the newest innovative way to achieve whatever goals that we're trying to achieve. It's like, hey, you want to start an online drop shipping business. You want to make 10K in your first month. You want to lose 30 pounds fast. Everybody is talking about this. Oh, this group doesn't want you to know about this like magic shortcut secret hack that we have because they want to blah, 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 blah. And, everyone's always looking for these new techniques, these new ideas, these new, like some sort of like cutting edge spark of ingenuity that will help get us to where we're trying to go faster, easier with less time, less energy, less money, less investment all around. We're looking to get something for nothing, you know? And I think that so often, especially when we're, along, like, it's quick. It's easy to do this, obviously, when you begin, because you're like, well, I want the fucking shortcut now. But then you realize after a while, the shortcut doesn't work. And then you're like, fuck, I guess I just got to like pursue doing something and like learning and being better. And like, anybody that started a business or works, has worked through the ladder of a business or anything like that. Or, or any artist or anything, like, I think that it's pretty obvious when you have a skill or a trade, or you have an ability to create something of value, something that other people see value in, whether that's a service or a good or something that's, like I said, an artistic expression, then you will eventually be able to get, compensated for that, whether that's through trade, and you can, maybe it's not your actual job, but you can help people out on the weekends or whatever it is, or you end up making a career out of it. And I think so often, when we start something, whether that is a business or some sort of form of artistic expression or some sports or a new hobby or anything like that, a lot of us, if we're instructed properly, in my opinion, we start off with the basics. You learn to do the basics. And so you learn some sort of a skill set, or you learn some sort of principles or mindset, or just a way of looking at the problem that will then help you, some sort of like rule of thumb, as you go through your journey of whatever you're pursuing, whether that is, like I said, you're a tradesman, maybe like a plumber or an electrician or a carpenter. You learn principles and ways to view problems very early on that then frame the way that you solve problems later on in your career. I'm sure it's the exact same as if you're learning to code, or you're, in the service industry, or like I said, anything. Like, it could be something that's of some sort of like artistic expression, or, it doesn't have to be something that's related to your career. It's just like we receive these kind of agreements where it's like, hey, if A, then B. And I think that that's like kind of what you would like kind of view as like discovering the fundamentals of any given field, of any given hobby or career or anything like that. And so it's unavoidable. You learn those basics when you first start. But the main issue I'm thinking about that was on my mind today is like 3, 4, 5 years down the road, we get to a point in our journey where it's like, fuck, I really just wish that this was growing faster, or why haven't I seen this type of growth yet? Or why haven't I seen, as much success as I thought that I would? Maybe you're comparing yourself to your own unrealistic or realistic expectations that you have or haven't met. Maybe you're comparing yourself to other people that you know. Maybe you're comparing yourself to other people on social media. Maybe you're comparing yourself, I don't know. But I think like we get to a point where we're like, we feel like kind of like imposters. Like, am I not good enough to do this? Am I not, like, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should be, doing something else, trying something else. Have I been wasting my time? And I think that so often we start to, at that point, look for shortcuts. We start to think like, how do I, can I cut, some corners? How can I, make this easier for myself, or make this growth quicker for myself, or faster? Like, maybe I could, if I pay someone to do this, then I might get that, or whatever it is. And we start to look for like some sort of way to supplement, and I don't think that that's necessarily a bad idea, but I think that it can be if it's pulling you away from executing on the basics. I think that, this could be so easily related to weight loss or muscle gain or anything like that. And I think that that's why fitness itself is such a beautiful metaphor for a lot of these issues that we face. It's like, if you first start, on some sort of a weight loss journey or a fitness journey, then you start obviously doing a few things. The main things are probably going to be eating, tracking your nutrition, whether that's changing what you're eating or how much you're eating or when you're eating, or probably all of those things. and then you're going to focus on exercise. You're going to focus on your sleep, your recovery, your the basics, the foundation or the fundamentals of doing whatever goal that you're trying to achieve. And then along the way, 2, 3, 4 years later, we're looking for, those fucking types of supplements that are going to, help boost these hormones or help do this or help do that. And it's so easy to, look for some sort of bolt-ons and additional things, supplemental things, whether that is legitimately supplements or, just the concept, like conceptual supplements. And I think that it's not bad to do these things that are of addition, like supplemental things by definition. It's not a bad thing by any means, but it can be if it's distracting you, if it's pulling away time, energy, and resources from the actual fundamental basics. If you start to load up on all of these supplements that are going to help you cut fat and have more energy and do all these different things, lubricate your joints, blah, 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 these things are probably not bad things for you. But if you're spending more money on that than you are on actual healthy food that's going to keep you satiated and hitting your nutrient requirements, then your health is going to be at the detriment of that, if that makes sense. Or if that, if you, yeah, I don't know. I think that it's like, if you sit and you try and meditate and you try and work your way through all your stress and your trauma by sitting there and journaling, and you journal all night, every single night, so that you're not getting a good sleep and a good rest, then are you really putting yourself in a better position? And so in that, obviously, I don't think that sitting and journaling is a bad thing. But if it's taking away from one of the core fundamental things that you need to be of sound mind, healthy, like rest, like sleeping properly, then you probably want to revisit the basics. And so everyone's going through a different journey. Everyone's going, down a different path. But I think that so many of us, are looking for those shortcuts. We're looking for some kind of quick way to do what we're looking to do. And I think that it's always good to be ambitious. It's always good to look to, how to get to the next rung on the ladder. But I think that it's more important to actually think about, what have I done that got me where I am right now? What have I done that was successful that I want to repeat in the future? And what have I done in the past that, was a fuck up, was a mistake? And how do I not repeat that? Instead of looking for these quick fixes, these fucking, online fucking coaches that are going to help your business boom from fucking 1,000 customers to 10,000 customers, how about you look and just review the processes that got you to where you are right now and think about, what really worked for me? What are the things that got me, to have this opportunity born and then have it maintained this far? How have I achieved my growth up until now? Because that's probably the fundamentals and the basics and the things that you want to continue doing. And so on that note, I think that's a beautiful place to wrap this up. I think that, at risk of kind of repeating myself or beating a dead horse here, I will wrap it up here. But I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'm thankful that you guys came and joined us for today. And I will catch you guys on Monday. So I'm going to have some lunch now. Hope you guys have a good weekend. And much love. Peace out. See you on Monday. Bye. Thanks, baby.
Love you.